Now, another example of leftist campus culture shutting down debate and even art. The Daily Mail reports a college in Minnesota temporarily closed an exhibition displaying veiled women in various raunchy poses after some Muslim students were offended by the art. The exhibition by Iranian-American artist Taravat Talepasand challenges Islamism and the oppression of women under Islam. But the triggered students claimed the works perpetuated harm. What an absolute nonsense. The works actually highlight the harm being done to millions of women living under Sharia law. The brave artist behind those works joins me now. Thank you for your time. Were you shocked to see your work hidden behind black sheets? It's what you'd expect to have happen in Tehran, not Minnesota.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous to put up black curtains over an exhibition and a neon that says Woman, Life, Freedom, which is for a protest that is against the veiling of women. Yeah, it took me by surprise for sure. And everyone else here in America too.
Do you think the West has these quasi-blasphemy laws when it comes to Islam? We've seen the reaction to the Prophet's image being drawn in cartoons. We've seen just enormous protests and threats of violence when Qurans have been damaged or destroyed. Do we hold that religion to a different standard than we would, say, Christianity or Judaism?
Well, it seems so, right? Given what happened to my exhibition. I think it's just really surprising that we give such a quick response to, well, fundamental Islam. And not to call anything about like Islamophobia, but I think that there were other situations that happened before my exhibition, and students, Muslim students and communities were really calling out Islamophobia. But what I think is the issue is the DEI that has really taken over the United States and academia, which is diversity, equity, inclusion. It's this kind of extra wokeness in academia, and it's created a very slippery situation between the institutions and the students, and now here myself as the artist. And I'm a professor as well, so I know exactly what I'm getting involved with. So it was really surprising, the quickness in shutting down the show, veiling the exhibition without having really an opportunity to have bigger conversations here, right? It is higher education. This is a place where we're supposed to foster critical thinking and dialogue. And we seem to be not really including that so much anymore in academia.
No, and Brendan O'Neill wrote a fantastic piece on your controversy. He said, there's an irony here that would be funny if it were not so sickening. A female artist who challenges the forced draping of women in black cloth finds herself being likewise veiled, likewise draped in shame, likewise hidden from public view. A censorship veil thrown over an artist who dared to make fun of the modesty veils thrown over women in Iran. And that's really, I think, sums up this entire madness, because what you were bringing attention to with your art is so crucial, and it's a enormous fight that women are having right now in the Muslim world, particularly in Iran.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole point of, well, my whole artistic career being an Iranian-American, that I wanted to make work that allowed people to really think and be aware of what is happening in Iran, and also just mostly to women everywhere. It's not just Islam that oppresses women, right? So I felt that there was really an emptiness in the art world, being able to have this kind of work to see and be able to have these conversations. And so what's really interesting is that this work was made over 13 years ago. And so it didn't seem to really strike up the conversation that's happening right now. And I think that's really telling as to this younger generation here, right, who feels the need to call out and really, in the end, cancel, right? And so I felt really victimized here in this situation, because I really believe that one is innocent until proven guilty, but I feel like that I was villainized right away without having an open conversation. It's really about artistic freedom here in this exhibition. And never did I think that my work would be censored in this way, especially on the grounds here in the United States.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate your insights. Taravat Talepasand, you're a brave woman and more power to you.
Thank you so much. Y'all are hilarious. Thank you so much for being here and just sharing the awareness of what's going on here in the United States, but especially in Iran. Thank you so much.